My Labour government was elected on a mandate for change, so I'm also here to talk about how together we can fix it. I feel very profoundly the responsibility for this, and indeed the opportunity of this moment. The NHS may be broken, but it's not beaten. As the report says, the NHS may be in a critical condition, but its vital signs are strong. And we need to have the courage to deliver long-term reform. Major surgery, not sticking plasters. We've got to face up to the challenges. And we have a choice about how it should meet those demands. Don't act and leave it to die. Raise taxes on working people, or reform to secure its future. Now, working people can't afford to pay more, so it's reform or die. So let me be clear from the outset what reform does not mean. First, it does not mean abandoning those founding ideals of a public service, publicly funded, free at the point of use. The basic principle of dignity, inspired, of course, by Bevan, that when you fall ill, you should never have to worry about the bill. That is as true today as when the NHS was founded 76 years ago. And I believe in that very deeply. Second, reform does not mean just putting more money in. Now, of course, even in difficult financial circumstances, a Labour government will always make the investment in our NHS that is needed, always. But we have to fix the plumbing before turning on the taps. So this government is working at pace to build a 10-year plan. Something so different from anything that's gone before. This plan will be framed around three big shifts, three fundamental reforms, which are rooted in what Lord Darzi has set out today. First, moving from an analogue to a digital NHS. Second, and Sarah mentioned this, we've got to shift more care from hospitals to communities. And third, in terms of the shifts, we have got to be much bolder in moving from sickness to prevention. Well, that's what's really exciting and galvanising about this moment. Because if we get this right, people can look back and say, this was the generation that took the NHS from the worst crisis in its history, got it back on its feet, and made it fit for the future.